Academic writing is a style of writing used in school and beyond that requires a specific set of rules and guidelines. One important thing to remember is that academic writing is different from other kinds of writing you might do. For example, writing a text message to a friend or posting a status update on social media is very different from writing an essay for school. To give you a better idea, think about it like this. If you were trying to explain a complicated math problem to someone, you wouldn't use slang or emojis, right? You'd use specific words and explain things in a clear way. Academic writing is similar in that it requires you to communicate complex ideas in a clear and formal manner. There are 5 important features of academic writing that make it different from other types of writing. These are complexity, formality, accuracy, objectivity, and precision. Let's go through them one by one. Complexity in academic writing refers to the level of sophistication and intricacy of the ideas presented. It involves using language that is more advanced and requires deeper understanding of the subject matter. For example, instead of saying the cat sat on the mat, a more complex sentence might be, the feline creature took its repose upon the mat. In this example, the writer has used a more sophisticated vocabulary and sentence structure. Another example of complexity in academic writing is the use of complex concepts or ideas. For instance, in a science paper discussing quantum mechanics, the author might use complex mathematical equations and technical terminology that require a deeper understanding of the subject matter. It's important to note, however, that complexity should not be used simply for the sake of sounding smarter. It should always serve a purpose in conveying the author's message clearly and effectively. In short, complexity in academic writing involves using more sophisticated language and ideas to convey complex concepts or information. This is also achieved through the use of technical language, specialized terminology, and complex sentence structures. Next is formality. Formality in academic writing refers to the use of a specific set of rules, such as grammar and punctuation, to convey ideas in a professional manner. It refers to the level of language and tone used in a piece of writing. It is important to use a formal style when writing academic essays or research papers, as it helps to establish credibility and authority on the subject being discussed. Credibility means the quality of being convincing or believable. On the other hand, formal writing typically avoids contractions, slang, and colloquialisms, which are both spoken forms of the language and use informal words and expressions, and instead uses a more professional and objective tone. For example, in an informal conversation with friends, you might say, "I gotta go." But in a formal essay, you would write, "I have to go." Similarly, in an informal conversation, you might use slang words like cool or awesome. But in formal writing, you would use more professional terms like impressive or remarkable. Here's an example to illustrate the difference. Informal, the movie was super cool and had awesome special effects. Formal, the film was visually impressive and featured remarkable special effects. Using a formal style of writing also helps to ensure that the focus remains on the content being presented, rather than on the author's personal opinions or feelings. By maintaining a professional and objective tone, the author can establish a sense of authority and credibility with the readers. In summary, formality in academic writing refers to the use of a professional and objective tone, avoiding slang and colloquialisms, and maintaining a focus on the content being presented. Accuracy is another important feature of academic writing. It means that the information presented is true and correct. In academic writing, accuracy is essential as it adds credibility to the work. Inaccurate information can lead to misunderstandings and incorrect conclusions. For example, if you're writing an essay about the effects of climate change, It is important to accurately represent the facts and scientific data. You should not exaggerate or downplay the severity of the situation. To ensure accuracy, it is important to use credible sources and double-check any facts or figures before including them in your writing. One way to do this is to fact-check with multiple sources to ensure that the information is accurate and up-to-date. Let's have an illustration. Imagine you are writing an essay about the history of the United States. It is important to accurately represent the events that occurred and the people involved. If you mistakenly state that the Declaration of Independence was signed in 1778 instead of 1776, it would be inaccurate and can lead to confusion for the reader. Objectivity is another important aspect of academic writing. It means that the writing is based on facts and evidence, rather than personal opinions or biases. In other words, the writer tries to be impartial and unbiased in presenting information. For example, imagine you're writing an essay about climate change again. You might have personal opinions on the topic, right? But as an objective writer, you need to put those aside and focus on presenting accurate information. You might cite scientific studies or reports from reputable sources and avoid making sweeping generalizations or assumptions. To further illustrate objectivity, let's consider a news article. A good news article strives to be objective by representing the facts of a story without taking sides or expressing opinions. The writer should avoid using emotionally charged language or making assumptions about the people or events involved. Instead, they should present the facts and allow readers to form their own opinions. In short, objectivity means presenting information in a fair and unbiased manner without letting personal opinions or biases affect the writing. It is an important feature of academic writing because it helps to establish credibility and reliability. Which paragraph do you think is objective out of these two? Share your answers on the comment section. Precision in academic writing refers to using specific and exact language to convey meaning. It means avoiding vague or general statements and instead using clear, concise language to communicate your ideas. Precision helps to ensure that your writing is accurate and easy to understand. Let's have an example. The company experienced a decrease in profits. This is vague and is a general statement. Let's look at the precise one. The company's profits decreased by 25% compared to the previous quarter. In the first sentence, once again, the statement is vague and doesn't provide specific details about the extent of the decrease in profits. The second sentence, however, is precise and provides an exact figure, making the statement more informative and accurate. Let's have another example. Vague. The study found a positive correlation between exercise and health. Precise. The study found that participants who engaged in moderate exercise for at least 30 minutes a day had a 20% lower risk of developing heart disease compared to those who didn't exercise. In this example, the second sentence provides more specific information about the correlation between exercise and health, making it more precise and informative than the vague statement in the first sentence. Overall, using precise language helps to convey your ideas more clearly and accurately, which is important in academic writing. In summary, academic writing is a unique form of writing that requires complexity, formality, accuracy, objectivity, and precision. It involves writing in a clear and concise manner, without the use of personal opinions or biases. It requires using accurate information, citing sources, and presenting facts objectively. It also demands attention to detail and a high degree of precision. These features are important for you as students to understand and practice as you progress through your academic careers. By mastering these skills, you will be able to communicate your ideas and research effectively to a wider audience and contribute meaningfully to the ongoing conversation in your fields of study. This has been Sir Mel. Keep safe and have a blessed day.